Hey everybody, welcome to Fresh Out the Box Plays Vampire the Masquerade from Renegade Games. I am the board game guru, game master extraordinaire, and friendly neighborhood vampire Nori Jahananan.
It's me, Casualty CDG, reprising my role as Chromio Cash. I'm excited to play Vampire. It's a good time, and I have Oreos just off camera. Fresh Out the Box is sponsored by Oreos.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbidian, variety video game and tabletop role-playing game Twitch streamer, and I'm reprising my role as the Ventru Wolfgang von Wartburg.
And it is me again, Erin Bamier. Glad to be back as Aveline Ava Colombo. Just call her Ava.
Columbo, that has to be it.
Colombo! Yeah.
And another thing. Sorry.
And I am Vampire Bites. Tonight I'm playing everyone else in the world.
Including you,
as the storyteller, host of this Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition actual play. We're currently running through some stories from The Crimson Gutter, a relatively recent book dropped by Renegade Game Studios in the V5 world.
Why are the gutters crimson, Vampire?
From all the blood.
Oh, blood! Oh no!
Especially your parking lot.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
And if you guys are gaming any tabletop game of your choice, don't forget America's favorite cookie, Milk's favorite cookie, Oreos, brought to you by Nabisco and Fresh Out the Box.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Renegade's not a sponsor either, as far as I know. But they own.
I wish.
They don't own the IP. Paradox owns the IP for World of Darkness and Vampire in particular, and therefore this Twitch broadcast counts under the Dark Pack agreement. We should probably put a disclaimer in there or something because they have rules and stuff. But whatever.
Speaking of a dark pact and an agreement, there's a dark pact that goes way back. It's the pact between Oreos and Milk, America's favorite snack.
I want my residuals. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, dude, if you summon it, it will come. You know what I mean? We're not going to get paid by Oreo for not doing Oreo spots.
If you summon it and it comes, do you have to wear a cum bib?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, this is exactly when you need a cum bib.
Fresh Out the Box brought to you by Cumbibs.
Yeah, and the sad thing is Cumbibs really is a sponsor. Go to cumbibs.com, enter Fresh Out the Box at checkout code, save 15% on your Cumbibs.
Why do I doubt that? So, when last we left our coterie, they were cleaning up a mess that had been dropped in
Should
their
have worn
laps,
a bib. Alright, sorry.
figuratively speaking. There was some sort of creature that attacked a group of bystanders in the parking lot of their club, their haven. They ran out when they heard shots ringing out, and the creature was chased away, but they did catch a glimpse of it and got a description from the guy. It was there, the witness that they sent home, except he came back because he forgot something. And they ended up taking him down to the basement with the freshly drained bodies and decided to add to the total. I say they, but it was one of them in particular.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the coterie as a whole that made this decision. So, the evening is still relatively young. You have an invitation for tomorrow night at about 9 o'clock, 2 hours after sundown. And currently it's, let's see, you spent a few hours with Cleo this evening, learning the very, very basics of the fact that you're not alone in this world. There are other kindred out there. And you've been invited to, well, I hesitate to call it a party, an event. You got a premonition about the event. the prince was making some sort of announcement, and everybody looked shocked. And then you got an introduction to what a prince was, and a little bit about the Camarilla, and a little bit about the rules that come along with being a vampire. Where do you go from here? What's the rest of your night look like?
So right now we have a bunch of bodies in a basement. Yeah.
And they are being taken care of. One of Ava's contacts is able to take care of disposing of the bodies.
The invitation for the event is for the next day, 1 hour after sundown, right?
2 hours after.
2 hours. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That's it for now. I was just mathing.
So
while they're being disposed of, I guess I could rifle through some of their pockets to see if they were anyone important, or if they were just random schmucks that got unlucky.
They appear to be just random schmucks that got unlucky. Between them, they had wallets and credit cards, debit cards mostly, more than credit cards. Maybe a few dollars cash to pay out tips if they came back into the bar.
I don't think to take the money, because that's just not how my brain works. But, I'll look, I'll see the pictures, and I'll drop the wallet down. I'll look at the body of the guy that got away and wonder which one of my vicious compatriots murdered him. And I'll be not pleased about it. I'll look away and try not to be around the bodies anymore.
there we go.
I'll go up.
I sort of imagined it took a fair amount of time, or it is going to take a fair amount of time to get through the cleanup. So I guess my question would be how much night is left?
So if you're all just hanging there waiting for your contact to come and collect, you'll have probably about 3 hours left. I'll say it takes until about 4 a.m.
I'm probably going to, while waiting for it, because the contact I call the contact's your boy, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you had a contact with the police, or was that Nori?
No, I don't have a contact with the police.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the one who called in a favor with the cops to slow down their roll before they got here.
Yep.
I'm planning on kind of going walking around the night streets for a bit, and trying to find any local gangs or dealers or anything like that to see if they. I'm not going to ask about anything in particular. I'm just trying to find people to ask questions who may have seen something, thinking of them as street level cameras, but people.
All right, go ahead and give me a streetwise plus charisma.
Oh, also if I click on the right buttons. That is 3 successes.
Nobody's noticed anything tonight, but you do catch wind of outlandish stories that when you listen, the people who are telling these stories, they don't particularly believe them. They think it's just some, LSD or mushroomed out fiend that's telling the tales that they're spreading, but it's gossip, it's fun, it's the streets.
Something to do.
So they share the stories, but they don't believe them. But when you listen, it matches up to the description that the guy gave you guys of this bestial looking man.
Did they see where? Oh, sorry.
There have been murders. They said that one guy claims to have even captured it on film. So it's been going on for a while in multiple locations, from what you gather.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I just play it off. You know, I follow their lead. Like if they think it's ridiculous, like, oh, that's a weird story, and you know. So what else did you see? Yada 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 yada. Just not lampshading those moments.
Yep. And then you will head. You start to. You can feel the impending sunrise, and you'll head back to either the group haven or your own. Nori, what are you doing with the last 3 hours of night?
I'll probably go and do my rounds of the important spots to me. There's a mosque near my apartment that I took refuge in after my change. And so I check in on there from time to time. You know, and now that I have this knowledge, this further knowledge of the way vampires work, I'll go there with new eyes and look around to see if maybe there's anyone trying to stake a claim around there.
Okay. Could you give me politics and intelligence? Yeah.
Alrighty. I got 2 successes.
All right. You will gain some information. I don't have it yet. I'll need to prepare it and get it back to you.
Sounds good. So I'll notice something is up.
Yeah, it won't be relative to the immediate story, but to the longer term story.
It's fine. I'll make note of that. You know, maybe I'll, you know, walk around a bit just so my presence is there and make sure that any of the late night practitioners or the early morning, sometimes people turn up for sun up prayer like early. So, you know, I'll just make sure that they're safe. Well, I'll watch from the shadows. But yeah, and then I'll go to my apartment.
Chromio, what are you doing with the last 3 hours of the night?
Feeling juiced up. I'm feeling good. I'm going for a drive, so I get in my sports car. Silver all the way, silver car, silver grill, silver fangs, silver suit, silver hair. I get in, I floor it. I'm just going around town being a menace for a couple hours, just getting out some of that extra pent-up fun I've got now. No doubt Corbinion's character, while he's hoofing it in the streets, every now and then sees a silver car or just hears the engine revving from a few blocks away.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily expensive. I'm thinking maybe it's like a custom 93 Miata, you know, just kind of a piece of crap, but it is technically a silver sports car.
All right. No real roles necessary there. Not doing anything in particular, unless you're being particularly reckless with your driving, in which case you could make a drive dexterity to see how well you maintain control.
What I do want to do is try to gain some status. So I want to drive around where I think I need to be seen, and with this look, I'm trying to be unforgettable.
Sure. Give me then charisma streetwise.
Only one success.
A few people notice you, not enough to make a difference. And Ava, what are you doing with the last 3 hours of your night?
I walk it off, so to speak. I do take a long walk out of the club. I do take a bit of a detour and sort of go through maybe one of the rougher neighborhoods. There is an intent as I go through this part of town, and I'm looking for a house that I know the address pretty well. It's where the Montagues live. And like most nights, I go through and I walk down that block, and I pause maybe outside the house. And at this point, you know, it's been a month or so since I've turned. It feels almost like a habit now to go out this way. But I do it anyway. Just, you know, note everything like I usually do and pass by. I just try to ignore the hunger that kind of whispers are now and again, and head back to the apartment.
The house next to the Montague home has police tape surrounding it.
Oh, shoot. Wow.
And across the door. Apparently it was a crime scene.
As subtly as I can. Luckily it is late. I'm gonna check it out a little bit. Try to be careful not to like leave my own tracks or anything. But I want to snoop there a little bit.
Go ahead and give me a Dex stealth.
I had to roll for a second. Dex stealth. Four successes.
You are sure that you're not leaving any tracks. You slip past and notice there is a standing guard to not disturb the crime scene, but doesn't even notice you at all. This was another family home. You see pictures, small family, mom, dad, child. You can tell that this is another murder scene. It hasn't been cleaned up yet. There is some blood. For as violently as the furniture and walls have been damaged, and the way the blood is spattered, you're surprised there isn't more. There's claw marks in the walls and on the mantle. The couch is ripped as though by claws. It was a grisly scene. You were expecting... You're expecting more blood, but it's not there. And I'm giving that extra bit to you free because you have good investigation and intelligence, a 5 pool, so you would automatically get 2 successes without rolling. So, yeah, that's kind of what you pick up from all that. 6, you'd have 3 successes, adding in profiling. You do get the impression that your guy, the guy that killed in your parking lot, could easily have been the same kind of destruction.
Interesting.
You do pause to think that this happened right next door to the people that keep your hold on humanity.
Yeah, I do think about that. And actually, I spend, even after I'm done investigating and I kind of clear the space a little bit, I lurk for just a couple hours. Honestly, I kind of push it as far as getting back before the sun comes up and I have to worry about it. Yeah, it's a lot to think about.
If you have any aggravated willpower, which I don't think anyone has. Oh, everybody, it's a new session. Everybody erase any willpower expenditures. That is a per session. If they are slashes, if they are X's, it takes more work. But touching base with your touchstones will give you that one aggravated back. But I don't think anybody took aggravated willpower. But if you spent any willpower on rerolls, that is refreshed. Your hunger remains.
Do
your health remains.
Do you spend willpower to reroll the whole roll?
No. When you roll dice, you can reroll up to 3 of the normal dice, not hunger dice, per willpower spent.
Gotcha.
And that is a once per roll.
Thanks for the follow, Vitae by Night and Cafe
no.
Com Booster. Appreciate it. Thank you for the compliments as well.
You know what? I should be watching the stream too. The chat. I usually have the chat open, popped out in a separate window, and I forgot to do that. That's why I'm not seeing. Thank you. We do have boons and dooms and stuff like that in the chat. We haven't talked about what they do yet.
No, it hasn't come up yet.
So we'll figure that out if and when that happens. I have a plan on my channel. I'll probably just do the same here. We'll see where we go if we get some. No, that's not how you pop out a window. It's the gear. Pop out chat. Thank you. No, I don't need to go back to that tab. Okay. And as dawn approaches, you can all feel your bodies getting heavier. You can feel the sensation that you need to return to your safety of darkness, whether it be your own haven or your coterie's haven. And you sleep, except it's not sleep. You become dead again.
Yeah.
It's not like dying, though. It's like when you went to sleep as a mortal, but it's not sleep. It's death.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
All over again. And everybody has a completely uneventful day, except Chromio. Chromio, your day sleep is disturbed by nightmares and reviewing the fact that you killed an innocent. Out of self preservation, possibly, but it was definitely not an enemy that should have been marked for death. And you come back to that again and again in your nightmares during your day sleep. And when you awake, you will make a remorse check. On Demiplane, I have not found a remorse check button, so you will roll 2 dice. The way you calculate that is you look at your humanity bar, and the number of open boxes is the number of dice you may roll. If you ever have 0 dice to roll, you still get 1. So with humanity of 7, you have 3 open boxes, but one of them is a stain. And therefore you have 2 open boxes, and you get 2 dice.
2 successes with my two dice.
Wow.
You are overcome with remorse, and your humanity remains intact. and your stain clears. If you fail, if you get 0 successes, you feel no remorse, and your humanity reduces by 1.
Say you want to feel remorse, huh?
Yes.
It's good. I like that about this game.
Yes. You're a monster. Try not to act like one. And you all rise as the sun sets at 7 p.m. Please make a rouse check. That one does have a big old button at the top of the screen.
Nothing.
No successes?
0.
You are hungrier. Increase your hunger by 1.
Does it only roll 1 dice?
Yes.
Okay, I got a success, so...
Me too.
You do not
Also-
get hungrier.
1 success.
Right. You all remain unhungry. Except, well, not unhungry, but not any hungrier than before.
It's 1 dash when I fail, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, hunger is only on or off.
Right. Boy.
It doesn't get the X's.
In my early rise, I'll probably just be spending my early rise. I won't leave my apartment because I can't, because the day's out there still. I'm just doing my normal full extra hour routine of cleaning up and dressing up and stuff. And probably doing reading so I can feed my compulsion to read about things.
Okay.
Because I'm knowledge hungry, so I have to spend some time reading about stuff every day.
Sounds good. So, the sun has set. You have 2 hours to be at the location given to you by the invitation. It is a upscale 3 Michelin star restaurant. You can't say a 4-star or 5-star with Michelin because Michelin scale only goes up to 3.
3's super hard to get. It's intensely hard to get.
Yes.
I'll throw on my cheap suit that I have for job interviews, and I will I will head there in my Honda.
So you have 2 hours to pass. It's not that far away.
Oh, okay.
Ashford is not a huge city. At most, it'll take you 15 minutes to get pretty much anywhere in the town.
In that case,
Probably an hour just walking.
In that case,
Yeah.
I'll try to feed
Okay.
using my black market contacts with my streetwise specialty.
Yep. Go ahead and give me that roll.
What ability score should I use for that?
How are you going about it? Normally there is a specific thing for intelligence streetwise
Okay.
plus your specialty.
Hell yeah.
Oh, because it's linked into how you feed.
1 success.
You were not able to secure any contacts. You were not able to secure any merchandise, but one of your contacts now knows you're looking and might be able to get you some tomorrow.
Shit. I'll shrug it off and I'll just kill the time until I'll go check on my area.
Yeah. Anybody else doing anything before heading to the event?
Oh, yeah, if this is going to be vampire party night and everyone's going to go to this vam party, I want to go around and try to make friends again. There should be people dressed to the nines, people that I realize are going to a party that other people may not realize. So let me go scope the town out for an hour or so, maybe go pop into some bars and some places and see if I can see who's cool.
Sure. Give me charisma etiquette.
That tracks. That tracks.
5 successes.
5 successes.
Friggin'
Yes,
hell.
very bitter.
That's a lot. Damn.
One
Yeah, I had
thing.
7 dice for that.
One thing that your etiquette kind of you realize you need to do is what's called Blush of Life, which is a rouse check, please. That basically summons the blood to the almost surface, the interior surface of your epidermis, and makes you look more alive. It also allows you to consume the food and drink and pretend to be human for a little bit. Zero
on
successes.
that one. Zero on that one, boss.
You are at hunger 1. The beast's quiet did not last for long. The beast is back, whispering in the back of your head about how hungry you are. You know you're not that hungry, but it's still there telling you you are. It tells you that these people, they're just food. Why are you wasting your time on them? But you have made enough friends and stuff that you can either have as a temporary bonus influence 1 under backgrounds or an extra 2 contacts at 1 dot. And to do that, you would go into manage next to backgrounds. Select either contacts or influence. After giving a quick look over which one you'd rather have, 2 1-dot contacts or 1 1-dot influence.
I think influence.
Okay. And you can select it. And at the top, is that where it is? I think it's at the top. Right there. Okay. No. And then after selecting and after doing that, you close the sidebar again, open influence again, and you can click the edit, and you can override the dots there.
Okay.
Oops. Yeah, I can't do that on a temporary sheet because it's a temporary sheet. So I just did it on your Haven. That's okay. It can be there for now. Yeah, you've made a little bit of a name and had a little bit of pull. Ava or Nori, are you doing anything with your 2 hours?
For me, yeah, I do spend a little bit of time. I go to actually go under my mask to the rival law firm actually of my other identity. I go over there and I'm gonna just do dig through some files, whatever I have access to, see what I can find about where we're going, if anything's come up anywhere, anything weird, anything suspect, just kind of get as much information as I can, if anything. That'll probably take me an hour and change, so the rest of the time would be spent going back home and picking out a decent, appropriate fit from the floor-job.
Sounds good. Go ahead and give me an investigation and intelligence. Yeah. Not trying to work it quickly. You're not trying to manipulate anybody into giving you the information. Just files.
I didn't realize I was muted. That's 3 successes.
3?
Mm-hmm.
You don't get anything in particular on the restaurant, and there's been no signs of it. you manage to find out that the restaurant normally closes before dinner. It's a breakfast, brunch, and lunch restaurant. They tend not to serve dinner, except on special occasions.
Interesting.
You do, however, uncover that the law firm is looking to defend whoever the police end up in connection with a string of murders.
Okay. Yeah. Did they have like a name, or is that just sort of like what they're prepared to do?
They're ready to pick up this guy if and when he gets caught. They have no idea who he or she is. As far as they can tell, the police don't have any leads right now either.
Yeah, I make a good note of that for myself. And that would be it then. Yeah.
Nora, you got anything for your 2 hours?
Yeah, I just
You did
the
your
hunting.
feeding.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
And then
All
I was patrolling my hood.
Yep. Okay.
I'm actually still have 2 hours left, I believe. I just have the 1 hour early
Right.
look up.
That's I knew there were 2 people left. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna call up Damien, Mark, and Leonard to meet up, and we're gonna have a nice time as I'm gonna feed on them a little bit. I'm feeling a little parched, like I am sometimes. Thank you guys very much. And I kind of tell the three of them as well to kind of, there's some scary stuff going on in town as usual, but keep your heads down, please.
And you did make contact with them the previous night to make sure that your secret was a secret.
Yeah.
Thanks to Cleo's warning.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we were already keeping it kind of secret to begin with because we were like, what is this craziness I'm going through? But, okay, we were right. We really need to keep this secret. And so I can feed one hunger off of them because they're a 2-step. Oh no, it's a 1-step purge. So this is the only time I can feed on them for the week.
Yep.
Without hurting them.
Well, 1 per individual.
Oh, is it really? Oh.
Yep.
I'll just do the 1. That's good.
Okay.
I'll just feed a little bit.
Okay.
And I chat with them, honestly, because they're nice to hang around with. So I basically use up like a half hour to an hour after feed, chat, and all that stuff.
Okay.
Until eventually I'm like, all right, I better go find out where the hell this place is, and I'll probably end up going there a little early. I won't go straight to the restaurant because I'll probably tell from a watch that I'm like a half hour, 45 minutes early. I'm like, I'll walk around and just get a feel for that particular neighborhood so I know, where the nearest bus station is, where a bodega might be, that sort of thing.
Yeah, the restaurant looks closed. You notice that the hours posted have it closing at 3 p.m.
I won't park my car right in front of it because that's kind of weird to park near to a closed restaurant. I'll find like a nearby parking lot that has overnight hours, and I'll walk from there, which gives me the excuse to walk around.
Yep.
I was also not going to park in front of it, so yeah.
Chromio is.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
And the most I'll note about appearance is that I am dressed formally, but it's like sport jacket. I'm formal. It's as if I'm going to a dinner after hours with somebody, so I'm not looking fully suited up. It's like more of a pull-down shirt, suit jacket. So I'm going somewhere.
I'm going to do you one worse than parking in front of it. I'm going to pull up under the awning and expect there to be a valet. I'm going to just get out of the car and throw my keys, and they hit the ground, and I look around like, whoa! I thought, well, this was a party. This is nothing. There's no one here. And I go and pick up my keys and put them back in my pocket and just leave my car parked right there.
To make sure that spot is open, let's go ahead and... There is no luck roll in this. we'll give it a 50-50, but you get a bonus die. So we'll give it 2 dice, one for your influence and one for a straight 50-50. Let's see if that is open. If you get at least one success, yes, you were able to do that. If not, somebody's limo is already parked there.
Ha!
I did already get 1 success, and I was going to roll a second time just to see, and that would be 2 successes.
You managed to arrive before the limo did, and are able to pull up right smack in front of the restaurant. And you realize
I parked diagonal too.
Of course you did.
Freaking Ashford, man. People can't park here, apparently.
It's all parallel parking in front of the lining the street. And you still park diagonally.
We should have had a valet. This is terrible. We've got a valet. We're low scale. This is supposed to be a prince's kingdom. I say to you guys as I'm just, I can't help. And I'll tug on the door.
There is nobody collected outside. The sign says it's closed, but the door is unlocked. As you step inside, you're greeted by a dimly lit dining hall filled with elegant tables, soft golden light from chandeliers, and an unsettling quiet. There are people here, dressed in fine attire, murmuring in very low voices, their eyes flickering towards you with brief but intense scrutiny. The atmosphere feels heavy with the weight of unseen politics and unspoken threats hanging in the air. As you move further into the room, they notice the private dining areas off to the sides, their doors slightly ajar, revealing shadowed figures in hushed conversations. The soft clinking of glasses and whispered exchanges contrast with the tense energy that seems to grow as more kindred subtly turn to observe your entrance. Eyes linger upon you just a moment too long before shifting away. You feel as though you're being sized up.
I'm gonna try to gauge the etiquette of the room and try to gauge who the important people I need to nod at. Like, if you see me, you're a boss. You're someone important that I should be acknowledging as we're walking around. I just suddenly nod my head to people as I walk by, but otherwise I don't make any acquiescence. I'm treating this like it's another business retreat.
You do see your sire. You also see a broad-shouldered man near the bar, casually leaning against it. His deep-set eyes watch you with a flicker of curiosity. His imposing presence is tempered by an aura of calm authority. There is a rather heavy-set figure near the entrance of one of the private rooms. His blonde hair slicked back. He glances at you with a calculating smile before returning to his conversation with a group of kindred, clearly leading the discussion. And there's a very pale woman near the back of the room, half hidden in shadow. You realize maybe you shouldn't nod to her or even acknowledge that she's there. But her tangled hair is framing tired and watchful eyes. She is watching you intently. Her gaze almost too focused, like she's already piecing together who you are.
One thing that made...
Ava, you recognize that. That is an investigator of some sort, sizing you up and trying to profile you.
Are they recognizable at all?
No. You don't recognize them. Except for Cleo. You all do see Cleo there mingling.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see my sire here, so.
I'll note that for people who are firing auspex at me, I have fortified the inner facade, so they may find it harder to look. That may draw attention because I'm hard to look at. I'll shoot myself with that one. I just realized.
I'll hit a spin move while we're getting eye fucked bad in here. Let me hit a spin move. If they're gonna look at me, let me put on a show. So I'll put a little flair in my step and do a little spin move, so that might help get some of that ire off of you.
I just kind of give you a glance, like, really? I try to find an empty table that is not near anyone important.
Boom, bam.
Or
they want to
if they'll-
see us. Let us be seen.
I use the flash to try to go unnoticed to the best of my ability. I'll even go as far as to silence my footsteps.
Yeah, I'm happy to let Cash take all the attention there. I'm going to kind of meet that scrutiny, but I am gonna recognize the difference in power here, and I'm not gonna fully challenge it per se. But I'm gonna notice being noticed, if that makes sense, as we walk and keep a lower profile.
I'm going to find a table first. Yep. That's what I'm going to try to do.
You guys managed to find one.
It's a good thing I called ahead and put us on the list for reservations. This place is usually closed this time of day.
I have a vague memory of having brunches here. Very overpriced ones.
Well, yeah, do you see the columns here? There's no way they're serving anything at a decent price.
I never even knew this place was here.
There's some.
And you're
Why am I
probably
not
better for
surprised?
it.
Yeah, honestly.
Hey, whoa, they have a killer eggs Benedict. They make all sorts of great stuff here. There's a reason they're Michelin star rated. These two just can't afford anything. Don't listen to them.
Hey, I can afford things. I just don't. I don't know. It's a whole production, really. I mean, I get the reviews, but at the same time, I can deal with a single star. I can deal, well, I could anyway. Ugh.
Ava, as you exchange glances with the woman at the back, she watches you a moment longer than you would normally expect, as though silently challenging you to make the next move.
I'm not trying to make a scene. I do acquiesce at that.
I've seen the prince before in a vision. Do I see them now?
No. You do not see the prince here now.
I'll whisper, the prince isn't here. I don't see him anywhere.
You never met him before. Bada boom.
I've seen him.
Well, probably making an entrance. Or busy, perhaps.
They say that you can't see somebody in your dream unless you've already seen their face in real life before somewhere. So maybe you didn't actually see the prince. Maybe you saw somebody else's face where you thought the prince should be, and you knew it was the prince, but it wasn't actually the prince that you saw at all.
Are you a psychologist?
You know, there is a lot of psychology work that goes into managing a nightclub. You have to know what kind of people to hire. You have to know what kind of people to pull in, or else, you know, you're just going to create a rat's haven, a real nasty place.
Is anyone parched, by the way? I assume they serve what we may want to be served. I'm doing okay. I just figured
I wonder if they have a vampire version of mozzarella sticks that we haven't been taught about yet.
Oh, God.
Oh, like instead of the marinara.
No.
Wouldn't it
Still
just
sounds
be,
terrible, but I like
just
the
be
idea.
like fingers or something, I'll say. Awkwardly.
You
Dude, no!
you have not noticed any waiters wandering around.
Oh.
Well,
No, we don't eat fingers. We're not werewolves.
You didn't even
Wait,
know
think
about
about a
werewolves
clone.
until last night.
Yeah, but I stayed up and watched a documentary.
Ah,
He saw a documentary.
An American Werewolf in London is not a documentary.
Ginger
Yeah, tell
Snaps.
that to-
Ginger Snaps 1 or 2.
Tell that to my YouTube search formula. I just typed in werewolf. This is what come up. I watched it. Now I'm an expert.
Yeah, speaking of psychology, no one needs to worry about whatever your search history is.
Look, if you're real curious, I'll just let you see, and I'll slide my phone your way.
I'm good, thanks.
Cleo.
And I'll look at
approaches.
I look at Nori. You want to see?
Miss Drummond?
I'm good.
No.
Oh, yeah, we all look at Cleo, I assume.
She makes a polite smile and nod. Says, while I do suggest that you keep a somewhat low profile, this is also a chance to mingle with the rest of society. There are people here from the Anarchs and the Camarilla alike. This is a non-public but open by invitation Elysium. Everybody, this is neutral territory right now. So, mingle.
That's all I needed to hear. I'll catch you bozos in a minute, and I'll pop up and just walk off.
I don't feel about him doing that, no. Thank you, Miss Drummond.
Anywhere we should start? I'll look around, unsure of myself.
She nods in the general direction of the pale woman in the back. That's the sheriff.
That's where that feeling comes from.
Sheriff is good.
I don't know yet. She might be one to avoid for now.
Okay.
Want to see what the prince is going to unveil before I suggest speaking with her. I'm trying to figure out who the other two that were. Search. I think the heavy set is that guy. Very carefully. Give me this document. Thank you. Oh, I don't like the way the book is laid out. The sheriff's name is Frida Boucher. Oh, I'm sorry. She's not the sheriff. She's the sheriff's investigator.
So like a deputy.
And private eye at the same time, yes.
What's her name?
Frida Boucher. Boucher. That one, she says with a little bit of disdain, is Fred Hartman. She's gesturing towards the heavy-set one over near the private rooms. He used to be proud Ventru like us, but now he runs with the Anarchs and is a part of the Church of Cain. He is respected for his tactical mind, but he's nursing old grudges. The man by the bar is Guy de Costa. He's a Bruja that's actually trying to mend the chasm between the Anarchs and the Camarilla. He's known for his diplomacy. But one would think he has 3 feet one within each sect. The way he makes deals and makes himself known. He's a bit unpredictable.
Wow, none of these people sound very trustworthy.
Yes, but they are some of the more notable, but not in charge people.
Those with keys to power are worth speaking to.
As you say.
Well,
I guess if you're ambitious, I'll say like kind of nervously.
put it to you this way: if you need a Aegis, a shield, you want someone whose shield isn't made of paper. Right now, ours is.
In this world, Nori, if you aren't ambitious, you're a pawn or you're dead. It's time to get ambitious.
I'll actually think about that because like I just want to keep going, and if that's the key, I'll consider it. But it's not my inclination, you know.
You're welcome to be a pawn. We need pawns.
I'll kind of shrug like maybe, I don't know.
As long as I don't die.
And what were the coterie tenets again?
We are Gothic Romantic, so we are the
punish the bad guys and
never
you're
deny
okay.
true love.
Yeah.
The guilty should suffer.
Oh, I thought we
norms
took
of
street
society.
code.
I did too. I put street code in there.
no, we took romantic Gothic.
I thought it was
Okay.
romantic gothic as well.
Yep. 3 out of 4. Yep. Okay.
Well, I am gonna make myself known to Mr. DaCosta. Monsieur DaCosta? Mr. DaCosta. I don't have any particular interest in any church, unless it's a very welcoming one, and something tells me that Mr. Hartman is not one of those. I kind of get up and I go over and I do pat Nori on the shoulder and go, just do what you feel's right, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise.
I'll
So
nod
don't be
like
a pawn,
appreciative
okay.
of that.
So don't be a pawn. Okay.
Yeah. That's my message. I don't want to be a pawn either. I know what happens to pawns.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah, even my naive ass understands.
I mean, I could live longer as a pawn.
I understand the way it is. I just won't.
Don't like it.
I act like it's the way it should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Wolfgang is going to talk to Rui, and Chromio, you're generally mingling, waiting for somebody to talk to you, singling somebody out.
Every single table, one table at a time, one after the other, giving them my business card, inviting everybody to the Gilded Chapel. My
not a
business
bad
card
idea.
is silver on both sides and has no name or number or address. It's just a silver card. It's all silver.
That's a statement piece. Like, no joke.
It's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, and so I'm just like doing like a sales pitch at each table.
It's kind of like
Boom,
fuck
bada
you. You
boom.
know who
Realest
I
guy
am.
in the room. Come to the Gilded Chapel. Yeah, it's the only real club you need to be at for vamps. And I do a spin, boom, and then go to the next table and do the same thing.
I know people who would love the crap out of that, and people who would hate that crap out of that sort of pitch. I wouldn't mind it. Like, I'll hit it up, sure.
Nori and Ava, are you guys doing anything in particular? During the meet and greet section?
I will. I'm gonna float through the space for a little bit. I'm actually looking for Caroline. She might be here, she might not. I have no idea. But if it's a bunch of people here, there's a fair chance. Maybe I'll run into her. So I'm gonna excuse myself from the table.
Yep.
to mingle and make some rounds. Make a round at least.
Bye, Nori.
When the stuff with my sire happened, I didn't see any faces, did I?
No, just a white van.
I'll go talk to the Bruja.
Yeah.
He sounds the bridge between
Okay.
the people.
Yeah.
Might be a good person to know.
No, yeah, and yes. Taking my notes. Okay, so let's deal with you two first. You make your way to Rui da Costa over by the bar. As you approach, his gaze shifts to meet you. His expression calm but calculating. He gives a slight nod, acknowledging your presence, and gestures for you to come join them. His voice is smooth as he speaks. So, what brings you two fresh faces to such delicate matters tonight?
For the record, I do have ingenui or whatever.
Ingenue.
Ingenue, yeah, I have the trustworthy face. Just people just trust me. Oh yeah, I don't know. I've heard some things about you. Decided maybe introductions were order. I'll offer my hand. Nori Ibrahim.
Rui da Costa.
Well, it's very
Wolfgang
nice
von
to meet you.
Wartburg.
Wolfgang von Wartburg. Very good.
I didn't realize we were talking to the same person. It's funny.
Yep.
I'm kind of letting you sit closer to him, so because you did approach him and you do look more trustworthy than me. So it's like, yeah, I'll let you do the talking first.
Yeah, I have
You look
I have no guile, and I have a trustworthy face. So it's I'm a good front foot.
Yeah.
The two of you are new around here.
In more ways than one.
His voice
Sure.
is smooth. His voice is smooth, but carries an edge of curiosity. I don't recall seeing your faces before.
You wouldn't have.
Neutral. But there's a subtle undercurrent. He's measuring you, analyzing your potential value. He gestures for you to join him at the bar, not offering too much warmth, but enough to signal that he's open to the conversation. So what brings you to tonight's little gathering? Business or just sightseeing?
I feel like tonight's going to be an interesting evening.
It's a bit of both, really, I suppose. We caught wind of this, and, well, it's impolite to not be social, Mr. DaCosta.
Yes.
Especially as you've never seen us before, so yeah. Best to make introductions before misunderstandings happen.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. The prince will be happy to make your acquaintance, I'm sure. Where are you from?
I'll tell him I'm from not far away. I'm from this town, so
We're Ashfordites, but,
He does a double take on that one. Oh, I see.
mhm.
Ashfordites. This city's called Ashford. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't accidentally just Ashfordites isn't the name of some evil clan, is it? 'Cause that'd be.
No.
We're Assamites. How
Yeah,
you
we're
doing?
Assamites. What's up?
No, we're not. Why are you
So
lying? It's
which
not even a good
vampire are we
lie.
drinking tonight?
I've heard tell that you're a bit of a even-handed sort, and you're the sort of person that if dialogues were to be made, you're the person to talk to. And so, That's why we want to talk to you.
We are all children of Cain. And we should all get along. Why can't we just get along? As
That's my feeling.
children of Cain, it is we who should inherit the earth. And in many ways, that is exactly what the Camarilla has done. The Anarchs may feel it's a bit stifling, but when they realize their true power, I'm hoping that we can all come together under Cain.
Just a quick aside here, if we're all coming together, don't forget to go to cumbibs.com, use the checkout code fresh out the box.
Don't forget. That's pretty interesting. You have any like literature or? I like look around expecting something. I don't know. I'm pretty new to these ideas, you know.
He hands you a business card.
I'll look at it.
And it's to the Church of Cain in town. There is an old abandoned Christian church that has been converted into a Church of Cain. You recognize the address as an old abandoned, slightly run-down church. If you stop by, I'm sure we could get literature to you, yes?
Oh, okay. Interesting. Cool. Yeah, I know where this place is. I'm gonna like move away from him so that you're closer to him, but like try not to be obvious about it.
Go ahead and make me an etiquette check with how subtle are you being about this? Let's see.
Composure.
Is there a way I can cooperate with him?
Composure. Let's give you composure etiquette.
Is there any way I
one
can assist
success.
him with this? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's not unnoticeable, but it's smooth enough to be glossed over.
Yeah, I'll just kind of be like, oh, I
But it
got the
was
business
noticed.
card, and like I'll like move and
Yeah,
be like, oh,
your
we're still
turn.
talking. Sorry.
Your turn, yeah. Wolfgang, do you have anything for this guy after saying that you didn't want to have anything to do with churches?
Yeah. Mr. DeCosta.
Yes,
Aye.
Mr. Van Dotterberg.
Oh, Wolfgang's fine, sir. Don't mistake me for my father calling me that. But I wonder how much your organization looks out or mirrors the Catholics. Ashford's Christians haven't exactly been welcoming to certain parts of society.
All kindred are children of Cain. We turn away no one.
I kind of just I try to get a measure of him, but it's hard because we haven't said much. I'm just kind of looking at him.
Yeah, you can give me an insight.
Insight plus.
It's kind of you're just kind of sizing up. So let's go with wits.
Sure. Makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Good golly, that was close. 1.
She seems sincere.
Well, I'm not going to act moralistic at you, because I don't know. And acting from ignorance is a way to make enemies you don't need to make, so. I reach into my jacket and I flick out my own business card and hold it out to him.
Excellent.
If you have any need of finance work, I do freelance work to a degree. We can have interviews on that such if you wish to procure my services in that manner. And as for your card, sir, I may come by to learn a few things.
Absolutely. And he gives you a business card as well.
I study it closely and out of politeness before I put it away.
So it doesn't mention Kane anywhere on the card. It is not a masquerade breach in and of itself.
Yeah. We're vamps. Come here, hunters. This was easy.
I don't have any business cards. Sorry. I'll get some.
Quite all right. You are still welcome.
Cool. I just didn't want to be rude, you know.
All right. Let's go over to Chromio.
Okay.
Chromio, you move effortlessly through the crowd, charming kindred left and right. You flash your silver business cards to each person that you engage with, dropping the name of your nightclub, the Gilded Chapel, with theatrical flair. Each interaction leaves the kindred intrigued, if not slightly amused, by the audacity and confidence of a whelp like yourself. Anything in
That's
particular?
exactly what I was hoping for.
Anything in particular you want to do while
It's going to
schmoozing?
be literally just to add to the overconfidence. I'm not taking cards from anyone, and I'll let them know that. Oh no, I don't take I don't take cards. You come to the club, and if I get to know you, I get to know you. If you're important, then I'll know you're important. I'm not going to take your card. I'm not going to call you. I don't have room to carry cards. I'll lose your card. I don't care about your card. This will get you into the VIP section. So yeah, it's probably, like you said, a little bit charming and audacious and a little bit completely arrogant and the wrong move.
Yep.
But I'm doing it loud and I'm going around the whole room making it happen.
Are you trying to actually get anything out of it?
Always trying to build my my social circle. Always.
Trying to go for a status.
Yes, building influence at all times. I want to be known by the time we leave here.
So influence is with the mortal community, and status is the same thing but with the kindred community. So they are two separate stats.
Status.
I'm going to give you a higher difficulty than normal because the way you're going about it is exactly opposite of the way you should be, which you as a player know, but Cash doesn't, right? Chromio doesn't know this. But you do have that winning smile. You've got the charisma. You've got the etiquette. Actually, we're going to go persuasion.
Hell
Charisma,
yeah.
persuasion, and pick one of your two specialties there. Either one would apply.
Yeah, let's do performance. That seems like fun.
And I don't recognize this. Sorry, you're going with which one?
I was going to do performance. Is it 3 dice for the specialty, or is it just the 1 extra dice for the specialty?
So your persuasion specialties are fast talk and marketing. So it's 1 extra die if you do persuasion plus either fast talk or marketing.
Got it.
If you're doing performance, this doesn't really count as public speaking, so it's not a
No.
bonus.
I'll do the persuasion and I'll do fast talk. Actually, marketing. This is as marketing as a marketing check gets, I
That's a marketing
suppose.
stunt for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
And I adjust that difficulty by 1 because of Bargainer.
Oopsie. I'm okay.
How many successes you gather in?
Let's
It's
roll
going
it.
to be difficult, but less
4.
difficult because of Bargainer.
4 successes.
4 is what I was looking for with your Bargainer. I was looking for 5
Hell
total, but Bargainer reduces it by 1. You can have a temporary dot in status.
Perfect.
People now know your name. And the fact that you run the Gilded Chapel.
Status is always nice to have.
Hell yeah.
So as you move through the room with a swagger that draws attention, not always the good kind. Your business cards silver and flash as you speak. And taking no one's card in return, each encounter is punctuated by your easy confidence. Bordering on arrogance. Bordering. It's not bordering on arrogance. It is arrogance. Gilded Chapel, the best spot in the city. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll get an invite. But it works. People know your name, and you can leverage your status whenever that comes into question. And Ava. Keep your focus sharp. Looking for Caroline as you mingle. Eventually, you see her there. Bronze skin and box braids. Standing at the far end of the room. Just as captivating as she ever was. What you up to?
I didn't directly approach necessarily right away. Try to catch her eye, first from across the room. And if that happens, I might pass a wave. There's a slight degree of awkwardness. I don't think I would have seen her since shortly after the embrace. Right?
Oh.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna approach her.
Caroline catches your glance, and you lock eyes for a moment, taking your breath away as you weave through the crowd. She stands at the far end of the room, engaged in a conversation with a few folks. She turns her head and smiles at you. It's a knowing smile, both coy and calculating all at once. She excuses herself from her group and walks over directly to you. Well, look who found me. What brings you here, love? Business or something else?
Sort of smirk at that a little bit. Was invited, as I'm sure you were, right? It seems like everybody's here. And I kind of look around the room again.
You got an invite. I was not expecting that.
I managed to live that long. Or whatever you call this.
Our unlife. Yes.
And, maybe now is not the best time. But managing the unlife without you hasn't exactly been easy.
Ooh.
She begins to make an excuse, and you can see it for what it is. But she stops herself before you even can react to it. We are good at lying, but I can't lie to you. What we had was fantastic. And there will always be that tug. But I've moved on. And so should you.
I want to just share for storytelling purposes that while we're finally face to face, this is the closest I felt to being human since I stopped being human. It almost feels like my heart is pounding, but it's certainly not. Yeah, I mean, to the point where I am literally have a higher humanity right now in this moment. Yeah, no, she says that. I just think about it for a moment, hold on to that for a moment, and I shake my head. You know, you talk about being honest, but you turned me for you. I kind of lower my voice a little bit. The embrace didn't happen. I don't think I can believe the embrace was an accident and there was no reason, and that you've moved on. How am I supposed to? And here we are again.
Yes. Here we are again.
There's a lot you haven't told me. And you don't think that I would spend my newfound eternity just forgetting what you didn't say?
I thought I wanted a partner in forever.
And then? What changed?
With my blood running in your veins, it wasn't about partnership anymore.
There's like a bit of an annoyed twitch on my face with that. Well, then lie to me. What was it about?
When one sires another, the bond changes. It doesn't always last as a blood bond unless you continuously feed. That's neither my intent nor my desire. I wanted a forever partner. I saw that in you. I did not know how my blood would change the bond.
But Caroline, where does that leave me?
She glances back to where you had been sitting previously. With newfound friends, I hope.
I'll just be at the table. I'll like see them look over here. I'll be like,
Yeah, I shake my head. That's for her. I guess we'll see how long that lasts. Looking forward to meeting the prince tonight. And I'm actually gonna sort of walk away, like, frustrated and upset.
And the threat did not go unnoticed. Whether it was intended or not.
Right.
Hey, I just seen you were talking to my friend. Don't mean to butt in. Here's a card to come to the Gilded Chapel. This will get you into the VIP section.
Hashtag sponsored by the Gilded Chapel. Okay. You guys have made some acquaintances and rejoined at your table, and now is a great time for a biological break for the players and the storyteller and the audience, all of whom, as far as I know, are human and do still need to take care of biological needs. Get up, stretch.
what
have a
if
drink.
they're not though?
Maintain the masquerade.
Brought to you by Milk's favorite cookie, Oreos, fresh out the box, and Oreos.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be right back. That's an off-putting sentence. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade. I'm still Nori, and I'm played by Johanan.
It's me, Casualty CDG. I'm still Chromio Cash, and I haven't been stabbed in the heart with a stake yet.
The night's still young. I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbidian, and I'm being impersonated by Wolfgang von Wartburg.
Interesting circumstance. It's me, Aaron Bamier, back as Ava.
And I am still the storyteller Vampire Bites. I will always be the storyteller Vampire Bites, whether it's here or somewhere else.
Always.
Always.
We are at an Elysium amongst the kindred. This is an open Elysium. Invite only, of course, but open to kindred of all sects that have been invited. There are Anarchs here, and there are Camarilla here. And there are independents that seem to stand strong in multiple categories.
No, that's not us. That's not us. I mean, we are, but
No, you're not standing strong anywhere.
yeah. My mom says I stand strong. Then I fed on her.
Okay. There is a lull that gathers over the attendees. And you hear a subtle yet sharp sound of a glass being tapped upon, echoing across the room. And your eyes are drawn. Oh, is it? Okay. Let me see. I'll just have to go to 0. Okay. The Harpy. This is not your D&D Harpy. This is the Harpy of the Toreador. The caller of court at Elysium's. An elegant but severe figure dressed in fine clothing that suggests their importance, but doesn't quite command the full gravitas of a prince. The Harpy steps forward, standing more in the center of the room, and everyone is looking at her, although there are still even more hushed than ever murmurs. The prince has spoken, she announces, her voice cutting through the murmur with practiced authority. Though the prince is absent, the weight of their decision still hangs over the room, amplified by her cold precision. We have gathered here tonight, she continues, to address a threat that touches every kindred in this domain. There have been breaches of the masquerade, dangerous breaches, attacks that threaten not just our security, but our very survival. And Nori, you realize that this is the moment of your vision, but that's not the prince. It is the voice of the prince. As everyone in the room is silenced and turns to stare at her. The tension is palpable. The prince has decreed that a wight, one of our own, fully fallen to the beast, has been identified as the source of these attacks. She looks across the room, around at everybody, pausing briefly at your table and a few other locations. However, the prince has also decreed that this white is not alone. Someone among us has been aiding this creature. And although breath is no longer needed, there is a collective intake of breath from all gathered. You can feel the suspicion creeping across the room as nobody trusts anybody else anymore. All parties are scanning the room, subtly looking for signs of guilt or fear. That fear is on everybody's face. The prince demands justice. Those responsible will be uncovered, and they will face the consequences. The white will be dealt with, but those who have betrayed us from within, they will be hunted. The sheriff's investigator, I probably lost the name, dagnabbit.
Frida Bouchard.
Frida Boucher.
Boucher, yeah.
Boucher. Steps forward, slightly behind and to the right of the harpy. There is evidence of the attack. Caught on camera and uploaded to the internet. And she seems to be looking right at your table as she says this. Just last night, in front of the gilded coffin, castle.
Chapel.
Thank you. Just in front of the gilded chapel. What have you to say for yourselves?
Bad luck for whoever runs that joint.
I stand up from my chair, straighten out my jacket. I think it's fair to say that we are as deeply concerned as everyone else here. There is information we have learned, but we need more to look into. Unfortunately, I do not believe at this time we have any actionable evidence or intelligence to share beyond what you've already presented. Though should that change, I believe it is in everyone's interest, including especially ours, that is shared as soon as we can. I apologize we are unable to give you more than that.
So you claim innocence?
I assert it, ma'am.
You are unknown to the court of the Camarilla. Do you claim fealty to the Anarch movement? And our eyes go over to someone that you really didn't notice before. Baron, are these your people? He shakes his head. They are not mine.
Look, sweetheart, I could save you the questionnaire. We're nobody's people yet. We're all brand new. At your humble service, Lady Prince.
I don't think that's the prince guy.
I don't really understand the situation, all right? I'm just showing respect.
I shrug and adjust my jacket. Like, yeah, I get you.
So you are Autarchus.
Back where I came from, this was fighting words, but sure.
We aim to make ourselves useful to kindred society. And I believe we're in a special position to do so, given that we have the closest touch to what's happened. And I imagine the most to prove to this esteemed assemblage.
The harpy then speaks back up. The prince has decreed a major boon to the one who brings the head or remains of the white. And a minor boon for incontrovertible evidence of those who have aided it. The video Ms. Boucher has shared with the court is not incontrovertible, so you are lucky, I suppose, showing up immediately after the white has struck. Pray tell, what happened to the kind who captured this footage?
Who are they talking to?
Your table.
I look to you guys and I say quietly, did someone have a camera or something among them? Or was that us? Because I don't remember any of us taking that.
None of us took any video. I'll say that to you guys.
Any of the people any of the people that were
Here's
there?
the deal. This whole place is really busy. People love the Gilded Chapel. Anyone could have taken a video. I will tell you that we employed our best efforts. The police did not cause a scene. No bodies were found. Everything stayed hush-hush. We did the best we could when we found a body in our parking lot. We don't know who took the video.
As the man says, ma'am.
Can
And I'm not going to make anybody roll for it because that is true. You don't know who took the video. You can make a guess, and you think you probably know. Because there was only one person really that could have.
yeah.
Either one of the three victims, one of the four victims, or the fifth victim.
I guess, or the person helping the white.
Yeah.
Can we see the video? I'll speak up.
It is gruesome. Not necessarily something our kind is not accustomed to. And a silvery white screen is lowered from the ceiling. And a projector casts a shaky phone cam footage of this werewolf looking, but not. Still had a human face, but with animal wolf-like features. Long claws, long teeth, but still very much a kindred. Tearing and shredding the first body.
The part that interests me more is what's the angle that it's being shot from? Is it from ground level, or is it from above, or
In the midst.
in the midst?
In the middle of it.
Okay, so it is one of the guys. Okay.
The camera drops at one point,
Yeah.
and it's kind of a blur of you see legs and occasional faces as the beast tears through. And then you hear the gunshots going off, and the frame is just the skyline, the sky above, not the skyline.
If any of the kindred are watching us react to this, they'll notice me look away at some of the violence. Just putting that out there. I'll be like, ah.
I actually start like mimicking taking deep breaths and then remembering, oh right, calming breaths doesn't help when you have no system, and it's just like a weird shadow of me trying to calm myself down.
Oop, we just lost Gary.
Yeah, internet just said he's back.
Oh, there we go. Welcome back, Chromio.
Thank you.
I didn't know you had obfuscate.
That's some level 5 obfuscate. I call bull. Can't see me.
Eventually, the phone gets kicked under a car as you see yourselves coming out and trying to calm the guy and going down the alley. And the rest of the video just shows the underside of a car after you catch each of your faces in frame for a moment.
God damn it. I say out loud, staring at the screen.
Boom, let's bring that fame up one more time. Ooh!
This is something we don't want to be famous.
So, who uploaded it? I'll, think out loud.
He might have been on Facebook Live. I was already thinking about that.
I was thinking about, it might have been live streamed or something, yeah. That's just bad luck. If that's the case. I don't know, it seems too perfect. It seems like a frame job. But, huh.
You are the technology guy.
Always forget the
Yeah, I
phones.
could probably find out more. But not from here.
Think we need the phone to do it?
Maybe. Couldn't hurt. Can we have the phone? Do you have it?
No.
Oh.
To both? Even if we did have it, you could not have it.
Oh,
No.
I'm sorry. maybe
We were
it's-
hoping.
What a fucking stupid question.
yeah, maybe it's still under that car. I don't know. We should probably.
Let's hope so.
Let me make a phone call.
Yeah,
I'll call one of the guys at the club and have an employee go out and check the
You might
parking lot.
want to
See
do
if they
that
can find it.
outside.
See if they can
Remember,
find
we're
a
not supposed to
phone.
have phones here.
Oh, that's right. I don't have a phone. Fuck. I'd have to make a call from a landline to the club. There's probably a landline in this restaurant.
I have a phone.
This seems important enough to do now.
It's fair.
Well, the most I can say to this is that we do look forward to investigating this because, as you can see from the footage, we are greatly alarmed by it. And as far as I'm aware, none of us has encountered this person before. We were already looking into what idiot decided to do this outside of the Gilded Chapel.
It's bad for business.
To say the least. If we find any evidence we find that is an aidance to this, whom should we present it to? To your investigator, perhaps, or to someone?
Frida speaks up and says, "You can bring it to me, where I can inspect and validate anything you have to offer. And that goes for anyone wishing to garner the boon of the prince."
Oh yeah, because one of you assholes is harboring this guy.
Well, you're not wrong.
I jab him in the leg where I'm sitting.
What?
It's fairly clear that everybody else is looking at all of you too. They're looking around, but at you more than any other group.
Well, I think it's pretty clear you all want to see the White put to justice for this breach to be stopped, and we want to prove that it wasn't us. We'll happily give everything that we find, and hopefully that can make up for it. And it's sort of like... we want the same things at the end of the day, don't we?
I'm sure we do.
Actually, I don't know if I saw Caroline while this was happening from across the room or whatever, but sort of I actually flick an eye her direction when I say that last sentence, if I did notice her.
Look, it seems like everybody's real nosy about us. Why don't you come by the Gilded Chapel and take a look around for yourself?
There's
And
some
in
nods.
the meantime, we'll definitely bring everything we find.
We invite you to explore our home.
Well, the Gilded Chapel, anyway.
Can we?
Yeah, he did say homes, our home singular, so
Yeah. Is there any pertinent information, ma'am or Madam Investigator, that we should be made privy to? I believe it is on us to sully forth.
there have been at least 5 separate incidents so far, 2 of which have caught the police's interest.
One.
Is there any clear pattern to the attacks?
It's white. Whites have lost control to the beast. White is what all of us become if we lose our humanity. Any pattern you might find is either coincidence or further proof of being aided by those of relatively sound mind.
Well, to ask the obvious question, has there someone of this esteemed assemblage been absent for a long time? I imagine a white can't exactly come to one of these functions and mind their table manners.
No, they cannot. There is one of us that seems to be missing. The Anarchs do not keep such count of theirs. Leslie Woodrow has not been seen in a while. He was a Tremere of minor standing in the Camarilla. He had recently asked the prince for permission to sire. I do not know what became of that.
Well, I'm not saying shit.
Actually, give me a resolve insight check.
Whom?
Nori.
6 successes.
Holy hell. Hot dice today.
One of which was a critical. I
Only
think.
one?
Oh, maybe 2.
Okay. If there's so,
Yeah.
what do your dice look like?
I got 2 ox, 2 dots, and then 2 ox with like dots next to them. Onks, whatever.
Okay. Were any of them on your hunger dice?
1 on the hunger, 1 not on the hunger.
That is a messy critical.
Nice.
Oops, wrong.
You are actually, so your perfectionism compulsion only lasted for a while, but right now you're getting a paranoia compulsion. So you want to switch that over?
Okay.
Since the assembled don't know whether your sire actually got permission or not, you realize that mentioning it could potentially put your life on the line. Though, since no one knows, it wouldn't be an immediate death sentence because no one knows one way or the other whether he got permission. But and if was that the right? That's not the right name. It's Jordan, isn't it? It's Jordan something because we had to change that, right?
My notes say Leslie Woodrow, maybe.
Right. No, we changed it because Leslie's in the book. Yours is somebody that's not in the book. It's Woodrow, and that's the name. It's still the name she mentioned. It's not Woodrow. It's not. It's Jordan something. Where's my other notes?
Okay, so she mentions this Jordan person.
Jordan Thompson. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Jordan had recently asked the prince, but nobody knows the outcome. Since nobody knows the outcome,
so-
your life wouldn't immediately be, okay, he didn't get permission, you're dead. It would be, oh, well, we should find out whether or not he got permission, and if he didn't, then you're dead. If he did, then cool. But you have to balance that with him being taken away in the white van might be a clue that it does save your hide.
It does, yeah.
So, and you have paranoia right now, so use that dichotomy of I might be safe, I might not be, to play this out on whether or not you actually do speak and what you say if you do.
It's funny because I actually have been getting a little paranoid because there's a lot of coincidences going on, and they're all starting to add up to me, and I don't like it. So, so I kind of want to ask without asking by making a rhetorical statement. So this vampire went missing after they were denied permission.
The status of permission or not is not currently known to the public. That would be a question directed to the prince, which I am not about to do at this time. There are more pressing issues at hand.
Well, I got my answer, I guess. I guess that is a clue, but there's no way I'm saying that out loud. I'm not. That's putting my neck firmly on the chopping block, and I am not about that.
You can resolve your paranoia.
How? Oh, just because...
just by moving it to none.
Okay.
Yeah. Your paranoia is keeping you quiet.
Fair.
If there is nothing else, Elysium is concluded. The grounds are still neutral and protected. You may continue to conduct your own business, or you may dissemble at your preference. And the harpy just kind of blends back into the crowd and disappears. The sheriff just kind of leaning back against a column, kind of watching you, but not really in a engaging sort of way, just in a watchful, I don't trust you, but I'm giving you enough rope to hang yourself kind of way.
We need to get back.
Yep, I'm headed back right now to see if I can find that damn phone.
Are they gonna... They're not gonna kill us when we walk outside, are they?
Not much we can do other than hide out here.
Shit, I parked so far away.
If we're the number one suspects and they kill us, then that takes them further away from the white, right?
Yeah,
best we can do is get as much evidence that shows otherwise, and hopefully find something more concrete in the meantime.
Yeah, but one of these parties might not want us to find the white.
They probably don't, and they know we're gonna try hard because our necks are on the line either way. Like looking around.
Yeah, some of us more than others. Let's get out of here.
Look, if I was them, I would start killing us one by one, make it look like one of us was working with the white. That's what I would really do.
Shit.
Pick us off when we're least suspecting it.
Wow, that's not
Thanks
very
for that
encouraging.
reassuring.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, if you guys need any more brainstorming sessions, let me know.
Thanks for the idea.
Come on, Nori. I'll walk you to your car. You're probably parked in the same parking lot I am anyway.
Yeah, maybe.
Make sure you check your back seat before you get in so you don't get stabbed in the neck by a guy or whatever.
I do that.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Thank you.
I'm dying all over again.
I've been working on my jokes. Is my car still parked right there under the thing when we walk out?
Yes.
Good,
However,
very good. Uh-oh.
there are 2 tickets in the windshield. and somebody has poorly spray painted graffiti, just, in the style of Undercover Cop, but not. It doesn't say that. It's just it's poorly spray painted graffiti. Just messing up the shine.
Oh, I hate this neighborhood. I'll just drop the tickets on the. I'll just take them out of the wiper and drop them on the ground like I do this all the time.
See, this is why this place
my-
closes at this hour. I say as I start walking off toward my car. Well, escorting Nori because I'm walking wherever you're going.
Yeah.
It's funny because the Michelin three-star restaurants are always very adjacent to the antithesis of a Michelin 3-star. Yeah. As we're leaving the actual building, though, I look for Caroline's eyes again and give that sort of like questioning, like that silent question in my face as we pass and leave. Like, could you have something to do with this?
She stops you a moment. I saw the footage before it was shown.
Did you?
I don't believe it was you.
Well, at least you know me that well. Do you think you could help us figure it out? Or if you hear anything,
Yes.
I don't want, and I kind of like, again, kind of hush and look, I don't want any more attention than we need.
You can find me at the Pink Slips most nights, if I'm not working.
It's like a little bit of relief. And it's weird for me, to be honest, because I definitely just feel a little bit more, and I'm kind of not used to it at this point. Yeah, all right. Pink Slips, got it. And then, yeah, to prevent that, I don't want any suspicion transferring to her, so I just sort of nod with that and give that look and make my way out.
Alright.
You need a ride? The other two went walking off into the darkness.
No, I'm good. I gotta check on something on my way home. But thank you.
Great. Hey, no
I'm gonna take
problem.
a cab.
Everyone loves a cabbie.
Especially when it takes you where you want to go.
I am kind of expecting to be killed any second, so I'm gonna turn on my super eyes so that I can see in the dark and look for danger better.
Okay. Nothing untoward occurs as you make your way to your next destination.
Yeah, but I look
Wherever
like
that may
I look
be.
very shifty looking around though. Oh yeah, me and you have a minute alone, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of stuff about this bugs me, man. It doesn't make any sense. So, I guess the Elysium was just to talk about the other 4 murders because we got invited to this thing before the 5th happened.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't know.
Very weird timing.
It feels very orchestrated, and on top of all of that, well, I do know something. I'll look around about Woodrow. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should tell.
Give me wits awareness, and I'll give you a bonus of your Auspex dots. So wits awareness plus Auspex.
Wits awareness aspects. 5 successes.
Good golly.
You are fairly confident that you are not being followed unless they're invisible.
I think we're alone. All right, so Woodrow. Jordan Woodrow.
Jordan.
Oh, sorry. Wait.
Jordan
Thompson.
Jordan Thompson. Jordan
It's
Thompson.
Leslie Woodrow. Right. Jordan Thompson. Yeah, so Jordan Thompson, I mean, look, you can't tell anybody this. We're connected, right? We're part of this group. Our survival,
I stop walking and just turn and look at you. I just face you.
Our survival depends on us working together. I tell you this in good faith, but no one else can know. Jordan Thompson's the one that sired me.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
And the last time I saw her, she was carried off in a white van.
Do you know anything about this?
No,
Seriously?
I know nothing. I haven't been able to find a single lead. I didn't see anybody in the Elysium that I recognized. I was hoping maybe there'd be a big white van parked somewhere. I don't know, man. I'm not good at this kind of thing. I'm new to it.
Look, I'll swear to you one thing. If this has nothing to do with this if it has something to do with this investigation, and it actually is evidence that will save everybody's lives, then that's the path we have to go. But if it isn't, that's your business, and I'm not going to say a word about it.
Okay, if you do have to mention this clue, just keep me out of it. And don't tell anyone who my sire is or what I am, because apparently there's a history.
I'll give you a heads up to give you a head start, because I have chips that can be called in. So if it comes down to it, I'm in a very weird place if I shield you too long.
It's not exactly what I want to hear, man.
Hey, I'm being honest with you. But I can tell you right now, I'm not offering that for free, and I'm not just going to bandy it around. Again, if it has nothing to do with this, oh, really? Then that's your business, and I'm not going to blab about it.
I think it has everything to do with this.
Then let's find reason why it either is or isn't, and find a way to keep your neck on your shoulders.
Maybe we have to find my sire.
If nothing else, they'll need to know. If nothing else, because that's our only suspect right now. I'll start walking along again.
Yeah, we'll start walking again. Well, I'm not the best at lying.
Evidently.
If you could perhaps find out who the other Tremere are in the circle without drawing suspicion to yourself, maybe I can make a contact.
I kind of like, what? Like, and how am I supposed to... I'll look, I'll do what I can.
So you do have Cleo that you could reach out to. And surprisingly enough, Chromio picked up a data status. He's actually got a tiny bit of clout in the Camarilla.
Yeah.
Or specifically with those at Elysium, that were at Elysium. So that's Camarilla and Anarchs.
Which helps, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a card for a certain churchy person, so maybe they know something. So.
Yeah.
I have places to look. It's more if there's that initial shock of, how the hell am I supposed to know who the Tremere are? Wait, no, I have solutions. Never mind, I can do it. Not used to having answers this
If
way.
I started asking around, people might ask me why, and I'm not going to be able to lie about it. So,
Yeah.
like, I feel like it's best I don't do it.
Yeah, where the hell am I going to go? I have so many places I can go.
I don't know why I made an honest vampire. It feels fun. I don't know.
It is. It's lots of fun.
Yeah, I like it.
My first stop is going to be at the church. That's where I'm headed.
Okay.
What time of night is
And-
it? It's been like 4 hours into the night, 3 hours.
I'll say that about 4 hours. Of course, Elysium lasted about 2. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 3. So
I'm going
9 and 3 is 11. It's 11. You still have until 7 a.m.
I'm going to link up with Chromio at the club to see what clues are to be had there and if I can help with the video evidence investigation.
You're our best tech guy to get that.
And Chromio is headed directly to the club, right?
Yep. First thing I'm doing is seeing if that phone is still where it was in the videos. Is
Yep.
there just a dead phone out in the parking lot? There is. Yep. I
It
take
was-
that.
There was a car that parked there last night.
Yep. I just pick that up and take that straight upstairs.
The battery's dead.
Yep. Perfect. That's how it's supposed to be. I'm gonna leave it dead.
I'm gonna leave you dead. Sorry.
We
Hell yeah.
will come back to that when Nori arrives. Ava, what are you doing?
I take a cab back out to that neighborhood. I just go revisit the scene just to be sure that nothing's changed, honestly. Maybe check some of that perimeter around the crime scene if it's secure. No, don't be too in-depth about it, just in case there's something I missed with the information I have now. But otherwise, I would actually go to the club after I'm done with that.
You do recognize the between the video and this physical evidence right here.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize those claw marks. They are feral weapons, which is like an ability that you have as well
Mm-hmm.
with the protean. And yeah, if it's not the same person, then we got 2 problems.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, that doesn't make things any easier for me. I mean, it does, but it also does not. But I do just note that, okay, yeah, this is what we're dealing with. At least, hopefully, it's just the one thing
Yeah.
with benefits if we're talking about whoever's helping them.
Give me a resolve insight with your specialty of motives. You only need 2 successes.
I got 3 with a critical on my hunger die.
As long as there's not 2 criticals, that doesn't matter.
Okay.
2 criticals anywhere. If one of them is on the hunger, that's when the bestial or the messy critical happens.
Okay.
And not getting enough successes and getting the skull on one of the hunger dice is a bestial failure.
Noted.
You are slightly relieved in even the proximity to your touchstones both scares you, and when you think about it, you are somewhat relieved because this isn't a serial killer with a known pattern. It's not like they're choosing their targets. Your touchstones got lucky, and because it is so random, it is less likely that he will come back here. And they are probably safe, so you have that bit of relief.
It makes sense. It makes sense as that all comes together for me, and I do feel at least a hint of what would be relief. The idea, you know, and with that relief, actually, that would be it. That'd pretty much mark me being done there, and I would go ahead and go to the club and see what we can do from there.
Okay. At what point are you headed back to the Club Wolfgang, if at all?
After I
heading
head
the
to the church.
next.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I'll
we
head
will
to the
get.
church and learn what I can, and then I'll try to get back to the club before sunrise.
Yeah, we will deal with what's going on at the club first then. So, Wolfgang, Ava, and Chromio. Chromio, you arrive first. You find the phone. You take it upstairs into the office. The other two arrive somewhat after that.
Nori would, because I'm the one.
Yeah, Nori and Ava.
Yeah.
Ava, Nori first, and then Ava shortly thereafter.
Yeah, I always park in the employee section.
Oh yeah, you see my silver Miata with spray paint like all over the front.
That sucks.
I'll be like, damn, that sucks, yeah. Probably doesn't have insurance. Eh. I'll realize that and be like, huh, weird. And then I'll go inside.
I don't need insurance anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you come inside, like I see you come in, do like a double take, and I hold up the cell phone. You can see it like through the window upstairs.
I'll nod and I'll go up there.
What y'all doing?
I found it just like this in the parking lot. Didn't do anything, didn't plug it in, didn't touch it, no battery, no nothing.
It's probably a good idea. I'll pull out my computer and stuff. Let's see. I guess I'll make. I want to boot it up safely without I don't know if I need to remove the SIM card so it can't be tracked and I can still access the information or what, but I'll do whatever tech secret I must do in order to, covertly turn this thing on.
Well, today's phones, some of them can even be pinged for location when they're powered off.
Yep.
Many of them have digital SIMs. They don't even use they don't even use these little chips anymore.
That's true. Mine has that too.
My phone right now, I don't need that chip anymore.
It's true.
And my phone, I can find out exactly where it is even when it's shut down with no battery.
Yeah.
But booting it up, if the GPS is active, it will still go off. Or it'll try to get a Wi-Fi signal and or a cell signal. If it doesn't have the SIM card, it won't be recognized for who it is. If it is a physical SIM card. But you can also boot into safe mode, into bootloader mode. And yeah, you can boot into bootloader mode and connect it to your computer.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence, technology, and I will give you the networks since you're specifically trying to avoid the location systems. You can say it's a 3 difficulty though. Actually, so you have 8 dice.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a choice. You have a choice to take the 4 successes of default you don't need to roll, or you can roll for it. Your difficulty's only 3, so it's good, and you don't have to worry about messies or bestials.
Yeah, I'll just take
by
it.
taking that. But you could get better success by getting a critical success that's not messy, or by achieving more successes than you need, which gives you more information.
That's the more fun option, I guess.
It's your call.
I got 4 successes anyways.
There you go.
After all that.
So you beat your threshold by 1. So you managed to get it connected to your laptop. without triggering the GPS antenna or the Wi-Fi antenna. And yeah, you start to try and harvest the data from it. There is a partially saved video. Stuff like that would usually happen if it's being, actively uploaded. Perhaps like someone's in the process of uploading it, or if it were being live streamed, as an example. There's a bunch of other videos on there as well. We start to go through all of those, and they're boring people videos. There's snapshots, there's porn, there's apps, anything you might typically find on a cell phone in today's world. Guy holding a fish up by the lake, by the river. Ashford is on a river. There's a picture of a guy holding up his big fish that he caught in the river.
This guy seems painfully normal, man.
The one partial video that is only partially saved, I will need a separate roll for to get it into a watchable state. But without a roll, you can make the assumption that this is the video that you were shown at Elysium.
Okay.
That is a safe assumption. Making a roll to fix it would be proof thereof. And it would enable you to go through the footage to see if there's anything that the sheriff's investigator wasn't showing.
Yeah. No specialty this time, right?
Correct.
6 successes. 1 critical. Not on a...
But not 2.
Not 2.
Yeah. Yeah. You managed to get the footage intact. It is a little bit longer than what was shown.
It's probably better quality, too, since it's not being streamed.
Yeah. It's still shaky as fuck.
Yeah.
It's not as blurry or pixelated, but it's still rough, but not as rough.
I'll start going through frame by frame, looking for, maybe a snapshot of somebody that we didn't realize was there, or a car, or anything like that might have just gotten picked up for half a second.
Okay. Let's get... You're being methodical about it, so I will go for intelligence plus investigation. Yeah.
2 successes.
Sorry?
2.
You don't notice
you said
anything.
I can re-roll up to 3 dice, but not hunger dice.
Yes, by burning a willpower with a slash.
I will do that. I have 3 normal dice that I can re-roll.
Okay, on Demiplane, you can just there is a re-roll button, and it lets you select any dice you want to re-roll, not including hunger.
Cool. That changes it to 3 successes.
Okay.
Nice.
You do not notice anything out of the ordinary.
Damn. I went through all the footage frame by frame. I don't see anything that we didn't already know.
There's definitely nothing at the end. the beginning, it's the 4 victims, and occasionally the 5th. Chromeo's victim is occasionally in frame as he swings around for a selfie with his buds. And then it's just they're carousing in the parking lot, and then their attack. And the rest of it you've seen.
Yeah.
Lots of promotion of this crappy gilded chapel. It's a golden chapel. Isn't that like a golden shower, except bigger for church people? Stuff like that.
How dare them disrespect our haven like that. That's why they're all fucking dead now. That's why I called my friend and had my friend come out here in the parking lot and fucking eat him a dog pile.
Slow down. You don't know that guy.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, none of us know that guy. You're right.
And,
speaking of, can we get a still on that guy when this white is in full frame?
It's rough, but you get a still. It gives you enough information to get a general, not quite police sketch worthy description of the guy.
Zoom in.
That might be helpful.
Yeah, that doesn't work. But it is time to call it a night. When we come back, hopefully next week, we will address Wolfgang's time at the church, and then the rest of the night.
Excellent. Hey everybody, thanks for watching Vampire the Masquerade. I have been the board game guru, game master extraordinaire, and the honest vampire Nori Jahananan.
It's me, Casualty CDG, co-host of Fresh Out the Box. Catch us every Thursday and Friday, every other Friday. We're playing stuff. Right now we're playing Vampire on Thursdays. That's Thirsty Thursday. We're playing Fallouts on every other Friday. That's Fallout Friday. You know how we do. We're playing tabletop role-playing games. We're having fun with friends the way that we do. Just follow us on stuff, see us on stuff, and then I'll sneak into your house and give you a kiss on the forehead while you're asleep.
I've been AD Springer, also known as Corbidian. You can follow me at ElectricMetCHSR over on Twitter and X. You can also follow me here on Twitch under Corbidian. I have a schedule of games like Blood and Honor, where samurai tragic tales are told on Saturdays. Mondays are Fabula Ultima, Japanese TTRPG. And Tuesdays, I am playing, not running for once, Star Trek Adventures, 2nd edition. But yeah, I hope to catch you all in another place another time.
And it is me, it has been me, Aaron Bamier. I'm a game designer with Adventures Slang Productions. We're always cooking. We're cooking back there. You know, we have a podcast actually dropping at the top of next month. It's gonna be we're gonna be featuring. Wow, my brain. Now I gotta know. But you can check that out at any podcatcher. And while I confirm that name because of my silly brain, you can also check out the Chronicles of Nephies. That is a what do they call it? Sort of like it's like a live play on a podcast, similar to Tale of the Manticore, but different. Check out the worlds of New Avard and get to know a little bit of what is an original setting with an original system, and hear about it. Check out the podcast with the Adventure Slang podcast with me, my dad, Ty Moore, and our other co-host, Tim, at the next Friday, actually, I think will be it. And otherwise, I'll see you all here next Thursday.
And I am Vampire Bites, friendly neighborhood storyteller. If you enjoy Vampire the Masquerade, stop by my Twitch channel on Sunday morning at 11:30. We're running a session 0 for Chronicle, also set in Ashford, just not this Ashford.
Mirror Ashford.
Yeah, it's an AU Ashford, or this is an AU Ashford, I think. I don't know, one or the other. But it's a different coterie, different group of people, and they will be running through different stories. And that will be Sunday mornings at 11:30 Eastern. For those that are not Eastern, you can follow me on Twitch, get notified when I go live, and you'll be happy. Other than that, you can catch me here on Fridays Thursdays doing this, and in the audience on Friday. No, I'm playing in Fridays, aren't I? Yes, I'm playing here on Fridays too.
Yep.
Wow. We haven't had a game in a hot minute. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
So look forward to seeing you around. Catching the audience.
Thanks for watching. Stay fresh.